Cool. Recording started. So, raising a quick poll, just wanted to know, is everyone like, have you tried to created your own SPM package so far? So let's just a second. Cool. So I'm just launching the poll. Just a very basic question. Like I just wanted to know uh, about your experience regarding the SPM. I hope कि सब लोगों ने SPM तो use किया ही है and we are using it nowadays very frequently since last few months or years, right? As also we know कि Apple ने already CocoaPods को upgrade नहीं कर दिया, right? So now you can't push anything new to CocoaPods as such. And they already released, I think, some deadline September or December. After that, like it's only read-only purpose, so you can't push anything. But yeah, it's like you will get the support till your existing if you have your own packages on CocoaPods. But again, you can't push anything new. So to if you have your packages on CocoaPods. So I would request everyone out of the people, around 20 people are there. So please do vote on this poll. I hope you able to find out the poll. If you're not able to find out, please let me know. You can find it in the tools or more section. If anyone can help from the user point of view, how you can navigate if anyone is not able to find the poll. So I think most of the people haven't tried this. So nobody's today. Actually, we're going to look into that part only. So quickly, I want to introduce myself and this iOS Labs community as well. So I'm Kushal Chalani. I'm having around 8-9 years of experience in iOS development, and currently I'm working here in Abu Dhabi for one of the major banking client here in Abu Dhabi. And also I'm running this community, and we are a group of people. So basically, we have a goal or intention behind this key. We should learn together. We explore the iOS topics. Even we are running one DSA initiative as well, which I last weekend only I have conducted one session. Also, the goal is not about okay, I will take the most of the sessions of the community, but I will even encourage you guys. You also come and as a volunteer and host and lead the sessions like for upcoming. So we are planning for upcoming topics like even iOS security, like app security top, or even watch OS basics. So these kind of topics we are planning, and some more things. Even will planning more into sort of concurrency and combine as well. So previously we had done some basic sessions last year, but after that we haven't conducted the sessions on specific to concurrency and these things. And also we are planning for interview preparing sessions as well. So right now we are into DSA thing. So yeah, that is a bit about me and Aslabs, and we're not going for everyone intro, otherwise it will take more time into that part. So let's proceed, and I hope everyone. I think the votes are still 9 votes, so 50% participation. I'm seeing here. So I would request everyone, please do participate and do vote. I hope you find the pool in your section. So cool. So I hope everyone is aware about like we use SPM very frequently, and even before SPM, if we talk about uh, like before SPM wala journey, like right. So पहले क्या होता था, we just configure the CocoaPods, and there is some bit of I can say a bit of headache. As can anyone can relate it? You can thumbs up once. You need to install CocoaPods, you need to install Ruby, then the version issues. Sometimes you get an error. There's a bit of like overhead of installing CocoaPods, right? Well, you're installing on the new machine and you're setting it up, even on your office MacBook or your personal, right? But in SP, there is no as such overhead. There is no additional extra installation, anything, nothing, no dependency as such. As we aware about, because this is inbuilt kind of support from Apple itself in the Xcode itself, so no need to install any third party command line tool or any library, any language, nothing, right? Just simply you open your Xcode and you can add the packages, right? Nothing to add extra thing, nothing to install anything, not at all, right? So let's start with the basics of SPM, and also we will compare with the CocoaPods as well. So you can see, I hope my screen is visible. I'm sharing one doc. Also, those who filled that RSVP form, I shared you with everyone. So just only for that purpose only, we can share you the calendar invites and these kind of documents, and even we have some repo or something, we can share you, like, so in that context only we request to fill the form. So yeah, I hope you, even those who filled the form, you receive the this document as well. So yeah, let's. I'm hoping, yeah, the screen is visible. So what is SPM? So SPM nothing but is like, obviously we know it's a package manager kind of thing. You can simply manage your dependencies, right? Matlab, it's just like someone has created something, right, and you want to use that, or even in that context, you have created your something, your code. Maybe that's some framework, some libraries, some kit, anything, right? Some components you have created, it can be related to UI, it can be related to networking or anything under the iOS, like anything, or even Mac OS or something, right? It's not only about iOS, right? So anything related to SPM, because even SPM supports Mac OS as well and other platforms. So you created it, and then you want people should use publicly, you want to publish it, so anyone can easily install and reuse your particular your code, right? So for that, now the best tool in the market is the SPM, right? Swift Package Manager. So it's a native integration with Xcode. It provides you faster builds. It's like very easy dependency management, no as such complexities, no overhead, right? And even it is, yeah, encouraged by Apple. And now if we know, okay, like now CocoaPod is not as supporting for the new changes. And even in SPM, which I already said, okay, no need for any external tools or Ruby or something like that for setting it up and for installing purpose, right? So this is about the SPM. If we compare with CocoaPods, like in CocoaPods, we need to require installation. There we use the workspace files. Here it's like a native support is there, so no workspace file is required, right? You can simply use your Xcode project file itself, right? In the context of SPM. Also, it provides a faster build. It's like maintenance by Apple itself, so you can more rely, right? Normally, as a software engineers or even as an iOS engineer, we normally don't prefer to go with the third-party tools, third-party libraries, right? In very rare cases, we normally install or rely on the third-party libraries and tools. But as far as like we, in most of the best case is this key, you don't use anything third party and you simply rely on the core native libraries itself, right? So in that context also SPM obviously the best choice, so that we are getting through SPM. And support is there, yeah, for the Swift. And dependency resolution is like automatic. You will see into the Xcode, like there is a option like you can update it, so it will be updated to the next version. So yeah, it's very easy to update and to manage everything related to version dependency in the context of SPM. So CocoaPod was like the past, and the present and future is SPM, right? So now it's like pretty stable. Didn't remember when SPM is initially launched. Let me quickly check. SPM released, I think, 3 4 years back or more than that. SPM first release. Anyone know? You can ping in the chat or something. I think it's SPM first release. Checking it. So now it's pretty stable. Like, so the point is like from the last few years, they are working on it. And okay, so I was wrong actually. Initially, they introduced SPM Apple in December 2015. That is long back. So, but now finally, like the people moved to SPM and now they're pretty stable. So that's why they are actually, even now CocoaPod is not at all required kind of. So yeah. So Okay, so let's go to the basics of SPM. So we'll move to the Xcode itself. We'll see. We'll create some basic package, SPM package, and we'll publish it, use it, and we'll see. So what is the basic thing in SPM itself? So we know, as we as a normal developer or as a normal engineer, we normally, even in, I hope everyone can relate it, ki we even in our day-to-day projects, we create our own packages as well. I hope maybe you are using your own company's framework libraries, right? And even you have SDKs. And apart from that, also even in the normal code, nothing like, forget about the library or SDK. But in basic, maybe we normally use, right, reusable code. We have our core components, we have networking layer, managers, these kind of stuff, right? That you can relate. So it's similar like that only. Like you are creating something which you want key everyone can use in the entire project, right? You can thumbs up once, like, if you're relating this point, right? So normally that we do in general in our day-to-day development purpose. So nothing but it's just like you're pushing it on some public cloud, and then for the whole world you're publishing it, like basically it's like that only. But the thing is, basics are same. Here also we have some classes, some files, some structs, some code, some logic, whatever in our code, in our container of this manager, in this basic package. And we are actually publishing it so that everyone can use it, and it's easy to install, easy to distribute. So it's about that only, and easy to again update also. If you are giving some new updates, some bug fixes, again everyone can get the update easily. So no overhead or no complexities in that context. So again, so SPM is nothing but you creating some components, some code which you really want the whole world can use it, and it's easy to manage and distribute. So there is a the component in SPM is like you have the targets and you have products. So like, can any one package can have multiple product as well, right? I hope you know this. So even there are some libraries in the market, they have multiple products. So you can define when you are actually using it or installing it or importing it, you can define key which specific product you want to import. But there are so many libraries where only one product and one package, like matlab, only one product under the one package. So there, in that context, there is like nothing you need to mention it. It's just you mention the package name and you simply extract it, and then you can use it, right? So in that context, this is about like products and the multiple product kind of. So it is also about like which product you want to expose into the world. So this is like your, you can say, abstract wise, like there is an encapsulation. So you can define how many products you want to publish for the world, and some maybe you can hide, and maybe you can release it later as well. So in that context also it is useful. Okay, so I will go to the package.suite file, but just for now I'm going through some points. So you can create your package like whenever you start with the new Xcode project, you have an option of creating a new package. Then you can even, yeah, every package can have some platform dependency. So you can mention like which platform you are basically supporting, or minimum platform version is required to run this package. So you will define the iOS version, obviously. Also you can define the Mac OS version or other versions if your package is for Mac OS as well, or even other platforms like. So in that context also, you define the platforms, and you also define product and targets. So accordingly. So we'll take one example where we'll create one basic UI component under the package, and then we'll publish it and we'll use it. Also, there are context of like how we can use dependencies here. There can be some external dependencies in your package, right? And there are some internal dependency can also, and also we can have some resources as well in the package. So suppose you want to add, I'm taking one very basic example. If suppose you want to add some image resources, okay, it can be an image, matlab means assets. It can be a normal JSON files. It can be anything else, right? You can add any file, any resources file, like we do in Xcode as well. Similarly, in our normal projects, similarly you can add in resources in your packages, and then you need to actually declare it, and there is a way to use it. Like, so we'll come into that part also, but it's pretty straightforward, like nothing complex as such. Also, one more very important point, as far as I hope everyone aware about it, ki normally we have this access modifiers, right? Public, private, open, and file private, and these things, right? So every time we used to learn this thing, if you where to use public or open, right? I hope you know the difference, right? So in that context, if you really want, people can use your classes or something like in that context, you need to declare it as a public, right? If you don't declare as a public, then these are not accessible. You can't access it, right? And if you really want that any can subclass it also can override it, then you obviously you need to declare open. So this is very important. If you go with the default modifiers, obviously then in that case no one can access your classes or your functions or your properties, right? So in that context it is useful. Then yeah, we'll come to the see this part, like how you can add resources and then how you can use it. Here the bundle is like you have a module bundle. It's not like your main bundle or like that in general will we have, right, in our app, in our normal projects. But here like it's a you need to use it through the module bundle. So we'll go into the Xcode. We'll see these things in detail. Then we'll see the how you can push the packages, how you can maintain the versioning, and how you can update it, and then how people can get the updates like that. Okay, so we'll come to this part also. Before that, I want to address one more thing here. So there is also one more point, like in SPM, you have an option. You can define it as a static or dynamic. So by default, it is static, but if you want, you can define your package or your library as a dynamic as well. So there are some plus minus point. There are some cons and pros of this static and dynamic library, right? I hope you know about this thing. So there is an option like you can decide whether you want to make it as a static or dynamic. We'll see there's one attribute is there in package.short file. There you can define it, what kind of you want to define the structure of it, how you really want to make it like static or dynamic thing. So, but before that, yeah, one more thing I want to mention it here. So whenever you actually like extract or add any SPM package, so you get these options also. Ki there is a versioning rule in SPM. Like so, there is like if I talk about the major rule, there is one rule of exit. Then the next is like ki up to next major, and there is one specific to the branch. So what that means, exit, which the name itself is saying it's specific to the exit version. Like so, suppose even in CocoaPods we used to do this. If you're aware about it, similarly in SPM also, uh, there is a option in this thing, and also it's about internal dependency. When you add, we'll see into this part when we add a dependency in our own SPM package. So suppose if you're adding any external SPM package, so you can define it there also. Key you want an exact specific version or no, like so it so suppose you want to only want to use one stable version only, right? So in that case you can define this thing, you can define this this particular attribute, you can do, you can use this specific rule there, right? So it is basically, but it is critical for production apps, so it depends on your context and your requirement. If you really want that thing, you can do it. Then every time, suppose if there's an example given here, like suppose you are your package is dependent on Alamofire and you want Alamofire's a specific version this. So every time, even in the future, like until unless you haven't changed it, every time it will refer to this version only, even though it is stable, but there are some new changes or some bug fixes, so you will not get going to those particular updates because you bind your dependency to the specific version only. So in that context it is useful if you really want that thing. Then the second thing is like the second rule is the up to next major, which is obviously saying, so whichever the next major version available and the stable version, it will going to update it. So normally we use this only in our normal development uh, context. So the even syntax is like this. So up to next major is a shorthand syntax, is like from this thing. Like so, whichever version is available, the next major version available, it will actually. So you can see. So even we define 560, but it will take even 57, 58, 59, whichever is the next major version is available, it will take it. Whichever the allowed version, which is actually managing by the actual SPM package owner, right? So whichever the allowed version it will take, but which is not allowed or which is not the major version or stable version, it will not update to that particular version, right? So in that context, it is really useful, and normally we prefer and recommend it this only, like in our normal scenarios. And then we have also one more thing which is really very important for your development perspective. Suppose in your company, which I say normally we have our own packages in our companies, so there you can use this kind of approach. So you can define branch specific also the dependency versions. So suppose again there is a your own package and you defined it as like every time you want to refer develop branch or anything, matlab whatever your branch is. So you don't want to refer branch, but you are referring the development branch or any branch which actually actively development is going on as a development perspective, or maybe debugging perspective as well, or maybe like in general right now development perspective. So in that condition you can use this kind of approach. So there you will not actually referring to the actual production package, you are targeting your, so it's like a again you can relate it like in our normal day-to-day development we actually push it on the develop branch, right? And then finally when it comes to release we move our development code to the release code, whichever we really want to push to the next release, and then finally we submit the ipfl, right? And on the app store. So it's like that also you can relate it, right? So in that context you every time as far as the latest development is our in development branch normally, right? And when you're moving for the release part you move those specific features, those specific bug fixes to the to your release branch, and then you proceed with the build from there itself, right? So in also here SPM also giving you this kind of option, so you can mention specific branch name, and then every time you pull the latest code it will like actually always pull the latest code from this specific branch. Okay, so no version tagging is required in this case because you define the branch name. So every time your branch getting some updated code, it will actually update it. And then finally, suppose you're done with your development stuff and you want to move to the release version you want to refer, then you can again go with this approach again. Like you can revert to this thing, right? So something like that you can do. So there's a quick comparison, like so which we just see this thing. Also there are one few more operators you can say are there, like from the range is also there, then you have a revision also there, like you if you want to specific commit hash you are actually want to refer that also you can mention. So these kind of thing are there, like okay. Then there are common errors are there, we when we will to see in this as well. Whenever you add some SPM package you need to make sure it the dependency the like you can say linking binary should be added there as well, or the dependencies are properly linked and mentioned, otherwise it will not detect your module. So that also important. Then also in your package.swift file it should be products specification should be there. Again if you don't do then you can't people can't able to use your SPM properly, right? So in that context like these are there. Also when you're adding resources you need to mention and declare the resources in your SPM package file, otherwise again it will not be accessible. So these kind of errors people normally get if they forgot to add or miss these things, like so let's, I think, move to the Xcode itself, and we'll see step by step how you can create your own SPM package, and then how you can publish it, how you can maintain the versioning, and how you can add again external dependencies and resources as well. So I'm moving to the Xcode, and let me share my screen. So far, all good. If anyone wants to ask anything, you can. So I'm moving to Xcode. Yeah, and I'm hoping you are with me. So please, in every few time you just thumbs up. So at least I know, because even everyone I think camera is off. So at least I can see your thumbs up to know people are there and you are listening, and you are getting the things. So yeah, cool. Thank you. So let me create new project, and also let me share a screen. Just a second. Let me share my entire screen. Cool. I hope my screen is visible. I'm opening Xcode. You can thumbs up once. Cool. So let's first create the package, right? Then we'll push it to the GitHub also, and then we'll use it, okay, in some normal projects as well. So let's create a new project, and you can see you have an option of framework and library, right? So you can proceed with this. Yeah, I think this only. Let's proceed with this. I will say it's like custom UI package. Something I will name it for now. No, I think I've taken the wrong type. Sorry, sorry. Let me again create it. Create a new pack. Wait, I will create a package. Yes, from here I will get an option. Yes. So you can see here you can get an option. I sorry mistakenly have seen the taken the framework option previously. So you can start from here. There you get the library option, and from here even I'm doing for multi-platform. So even your package means your package is supporting multi-platform. Then you can specifically mention the package.swift file, which platform you want to support, right? So let's proceed next, and testing is so testing I'm supporting, and now I will make it custom UI components. Suppose that now I'm looking at this. So some one UI component we're going to create. So custom UI components, create it. Cool. So now you can see in the package.swift file, this is the default code. Okay. So obviously your package name is there, which I already mentioned. Your one package can have multiple products. Here you can see only one product is mentioned. Suppose you want to add more products, you can add it here like this. Okay. Every product name and the targets you can define it here. So right now only one is there. So we'll talk about in this context only. So our package name is what? Obviously this custom UI components. Then we have again product name also, because in this package only one product is there. Then you're defining the targets also. Again, one target is there. Now we'll see if we want to add some external dependency and resources, then you need to add it here. Like, so we'll come to that part also. So for now, it's only basic package, and you have one product only, and there's no such external dependencies initially. There's no resources also, nothing is there, right? So it's very clean and very basic. Let's move to the code part. You have, you can see whichever your package name and your product name, the same name should be there, and already this folder is created. Okay, I haven't created it, it's by default created. And that is actually important. Whenever you have, suppose you want to add one more product, you can have the same product name folder here, and then you can add your code there. But right now, again, in the context, you have already one package, one product is there, which is the same name. The package name is also custom UI component, and the product name is also custom UI component. So don't get confused with this. So yeah, the point is your package product name should be folder name is similar. So they actually refer code from there whenever you actually publish your package, right? So it's how the structure works. So if you see the in this folder, there is one file is there already, but again, nothing code is there, but you can delete this files as well, and you can add your own files. But the point is that this folder name is important. Okay. And then you have again test cases file also. You can add your Swift test, XC test, whatever your test cases, you can add it here, right? So let's move to the code part. I will take one normal code snippet from here itself. Will not going into the this software code part. So let me quickly take one custom code. So let me open even Gemini or ChatGPT. So I will ask for custom Swift UI button with extra functionality, because I want something extra, right? So I will add something extra functionality of background color, theming, theme. Okay, and something. What you can add more into button part with image icon, or something like that. Okay, so um, so yeah, they have created one theme button. We'll take it from there itself. Cool. Let me copy this code and let me paste it here. I'm creating one new file, which is our custom UI button. I'm defining and I'm adding the code here. And let me name this as well, custom UI button. Okay. So if you see in this button, okay, so they're saying the color, basically whichever this color class or struct, it is available only for Mac OS 10.15 on here. We'll see how we'll fix this thing. But yeah, if you can see in the code wise, I just added one simple class. If you can see, this class button is like basically they have title, normal system images. They're adding it here with some spacing and some frame and some background foreground colors are added, right? Like that only. So let me define it here. So you can define the platform attribute here basically. Okay, let me take a reference of this. Of, uh, syntax, I'm just taking a reference. Package dot swift file. Yeah. So we need to add platform after name. Okay. So here you can define your platform basically. So I'm going to support only iOS only, not like Mac OS or as such for now. So I can simply define here iOS and the version we can define here. So let me quickly define. Okay, you can define version. Maybe right now I'm supporting version 16. Okay. So what I'm doing it here, simply I'm adding platform specific to us. So now you will not get any Mac OS error because now by default it is actually taking all the platform, but we defined key we only right now this package is supporting iOS only. And why I added version, because minimum iOS version you need to allow, like in our normal projects, right? We do have minimum deployment version of iOS, right, in our projects. Similarly here also we have this version dependency. Okay, so I hope so. Now let's build this and see if this error still is coming or not. Still is coming. Let me clean it. Still is coming. Should not come. But cool. For now, let me add this attribute. Unnecessariness. Okay. Sometimes the Xcode behave. So again, this should not come here. Sorry. Apply. Okay, bundle pay will come into this. For now, you can mention as cool. So for now, what we have done, simply we added this code. I hope now it will build it. Let's see. It's building or not. Will succeeded. Cool. So avoid this thing. This those macros are unnecessary is coming, but cool, fine. So if you see a simple yep. Wait. Let me resharing. I want to see the preview. I've shared my screen again because I've closed this small POP view. That's why. Now it's visible again. You can thumbs up once. Cool. Okay, so far we added just one button. I can even delete this file. I don't think this is required. I'm deleting it for now. Cool. So this is fine. And also, if you see, I haven't declared this struct as a public right now. So obviously, if you don't declare it public, you will not able to find it. So you need to declare it public. Okay. And also your body should be public. And you need one public in it as well. There is no link right here. So let me move this thing outside. You know. Cool. So I define one init again, which is link. Okay. So why we're doing this? So that you can obviously people can then create buttons and cannot do it because its parameter is an inter. Okay. Then cool. Simply init I'm defining. It will take by default public. So cool. Okay. So I think for now we are good, and let's now publish it and use it. Okay. Again, then I will later on added the resources and dependencies as well. So let's again we are saying the project is building. Take a build succeeded, and we simply publish this package, and we're going to use this class then in our normal iOS project. Again, one more thing, you can add it as a local package as well in your Xcode project, and then also you can use it. But again, we are going to see the remote thing mainly, so we're going to the push this package on GitHub. So let me open the repo here. What I will do, I will go on the GitHub. Here. Yep. Yeah, I will create one new repo here, and through that I will do. So let me create one repo here, new repo. I will name it again the same name, custom UI. What's the name is custom UI components. I will copy it from here. Custom UI components. Okay. Description, nothing. Public. README file we can add, and get ignore file as swapped. License for now I'm adding MIT license. Create repo. Again, I will just clone this repo and then I will add my whole code there itself. Then I will push it. Okay, so I'm simply cloning this in my machine. I will add open one terminal here, new window. And let me move to the Git demo. Okay, here I will clone it. Git clone and this thing. So you can see we cloned this repos right now, and the folder is there. I hope it is visible. Okay, now simply because my project is here, so let me close the Xcode and I will copy this thing from here. So custom UI components. I just need inside all the files. So I copy these files and I will move to here. And Okay, and even git ignore file, I will take it from here because I don't want other unnecessary DS stores file and all. So I will copy one of my existing repo git ignore file. So I'm copying it from here and replacing it. Fine. So now you can see I can move to this folder and you can see the git status. All coded, added, and adding it, committing it, and pushing it. See, you can see the whole files and all these things. So we simply commit this code. Uh, Demo, I will say, done system UI components. I will say it as a dummy SPM package. Okay, I'll commit it. I will push it. You can even go into the repo and you can see it is pushed, right? Now, one more thing for using SPM package, you need to again use the versioning. Your you can say git versioning, right? So this is very important. So let's create a tag. So I'm going to take that command. I think git tag. Yeah, this command I will use git tag 100. Cool. So here there's a screen git tag. I'm creating first tag 100. Okay, then you need to push this tag. So I think the command is git push region hyphen tag. I think this only. So now what I've done, I created one tag. So whatever the latest commit on your branch, right now we are pushing onto the directly the main branch. You can see even the code we have pushed on the main branch itself. So I'm not creating any other branch. Directly I'm updating the main branch itself. And I also push the one tag. Now you can see the tag is visible here. Previously there's no tag. I hope everyone is aware about the releasing stuff, right? We normally do in our day-to-day development purpose. So for releasing also we maintain this tag thing, right? So the tag is specific to the commit, right? Till this you are actually cutting your build basically, right? So that context you can relate. So now you can see it's the one tag is there and which is again targeted to this the last commit, which is our basically first commit you can say. Cool. So far it is good. Your branch is ready. You pushed the code. Your versioning tag is also there. Fine. And this whole is a public repo. So anyone can now use it as an SPM package manager. How, why they can use it? It's not a normal repo. It's a package, SPM package repo. How? Because there's a package.swift file is there. There are configuration structure file. Everything is there, right? So it will detect as a SPM package. Otherwise, obviously, it will not. But it is defined as an SPM package. There are files is there. There are configuration is there, right? So everything is there. You can see here the package.swift, which is very important again. So here everything is defined, right? So let's. I'm creating one normal Xcode project and we'll try to pull this code matlab to use the SPM package basically, right? So let's again move to the Xcode and create one sample project here. So I'm creating one new Xcode project and I hope my screen is visible. So new Xcode project, I'm saying sample SPM project. I will name this it like this. Okay, even I don't want testing for now. Next, create. Okay, project is created. Now we'll add a dependency. Let's see. So I will copy this package URL, right? I hope everyone know for SPM package, we need to use the GitHub URL basically. Even you can search it through name as well, but yeah, normally URL is preferred. So now let's add the dependency. So now you need to add package dependency from here. Yeah. So I will go to this. And this is my previous, which I just done one demo purpose. So I will paste here. I need to search package, right? So I will paste this package URL here. And you can see it is publicly available, right? So that's why they fetched it from here. Now you can see our component is there. And you can see the readme file. Now our readme file is only this thing. So that's why only this is showing. Cool. So custom UI component, I can select this package and I can add it here. So let's add this package. So it is fetched and now we are adding it. And now you can see it here. See, I hope everyone can see the package is successfully kind of extracted, right? And it is added here, right? Even you can go through code, even you can add it because it's a remotely hosted thing. But yeah, when you add local as a package, then you can change the code and you can test it. So I'm not going into that context, but the thing is, I hope you're getting this point. So we added the package through remotely, right? Any public repo package. They Xcode don't know the owner is same and the thing, and also it is a remotely publicly hosted. Through that we actually extracted it. So obviously the it's only read only code. So you can see it, everything is there. Our file is there, right? The code is there and the package file and everything, right? And the README file. So now let's import in. Let's see, can we import it simply and can we use it? Let's see. So let's go to the content view and let me import this package. Import custom UI component. It is allowing me to import. Let's see. I'm again till now I haven't used it. I just imported and I'm trying to build the project. It's built succeeded. You can see. So the import issue is not there. Like you added your package successfully and you can easily import it. Now let's see. I want to use this custom UI button here after hello world. Let's see. So custom UI button. You can able to see custom UI button here. Now the point is, if I declare custom UI button again not as a public, I will not able to see the class here, right? You can relate this thing. But as it's a public class in our package, everyone can see it and can use it, right? So let's provide some title. Uh, Custom button theme. I can say anything like what theme we can define it. Okay, so let's see. I think theme wala cannot find theme in scope. Customer initializer is inaccessible due to internal protection level. Okay, we got this error because yeah, that I think because of that public initializer only. That's why it's not allowing us. So let's move to this. Just a second. Created one more. Let me copy that code itself. That would be fine. Wait. Components button custom button. Yeah. Hey, it should allow. Why they are not allowing me? Okay, let me quickly and also this theme thing I will see. So I'm moving to my SPM package code. So now you can see how you can open your SPM package. Okay, because it's not a normal Xcode project. So see our code is here, right? In our Git demo. This custom UI component. This is our package, right? So if you can see there is nothing Xcode project file, there's no workspace file, nothing like that, right? But there is a hidden files are there which I already right now enabled. All hidden files are you can see. So Swift package manager file folder is added. There you can find out the package workspace basically. From there you can open your package project which we have created, right? This project we have created, right? And we just publish it. So let's this thing. They is giving me, why they're giving me initializer cannot be declared because its parameter is and is anyone can help me with this? Why they are giving me error?
Yeah, so you'll have to make public all of the
Yeah.
things, I think.
Yes. Right, because of this only they give me error. Yep. Now fine. I think because it uses an internal type theme. Let me define as a public enum. Cool. Fine. So I think we are good to go. Let me quickly build this project. Succeeded. Fine. So let's update now our code to the next release version tag. So we go again, quickly commit this code. Let's see git status. We'll add this code and check what the changes we have made. Right, we added this code. We made the init public and everything is public. Now let's commit this code. And while committing, I will say like it's a minor fix public initially init. I will say I will commit this code. I will push this code. Okay, it's done. I can even reload it. You can see the code is updated, and you can check it here also, and you can see the commit history as well. So now the code is reflected here, right? Now again we need to add the tag because we need to update our tag also, right? So let's update the tag. So now I will update as a 110 because the minor fix I provided. So I'm just updating the minor feature tag here. Git tag 110, and I will just simply push this tag. Now I think this origin also not required. Cool. So the tag is updated now. Now you see the tag is pushed successfully. Two tags are there. You can go into this and now you can see the previous tag is committed to this commit, the last changes, and the new tag is actually our recent commit. You can even open the commit from here. So this is our recent last commit, and the tag build actually the latest changes are tagged with this particular tag, right? So now we are good to go. Cool. So now let's again go to our project and we again update our SPM. So let's move to the SPM project. And for now, I'm removing this thing. Okay. So I just want key first, so let's update because if you see there is still 1000, right? We need to update this because our latest version is 110, right? So what how you will do, you can do that. So you simply go add packages here and update to latest package versions simply. If you click this, it will update it if any new tag is available for your all SPM packages, right? So now you can see the tag is updated, right? And even in the code also you can check your code is updated, right? Now it's fine. So now again move to your content view and now try to use it. So I think now things are stable. So let me now try to create. Now you can see we made it public, so it's allowing me. And now let me name this custom theme. I will add as a maybe secondary. An action I will say print button tapped. Or even now you can see even in the preview as well, right? So if we tap this button tab is working, right? And we can see the other things as well. Primary theme, how's it? So this is normal blue theme. Then you have even danger theme. I think the red one. So danger theme. Yeah, cool. So good to go. So I hope everyone is fine with this till now. We simply create one package and I will highly recommend, it's very basic example you have taken, but you can create your own custom components like this. And even you can create your networking layer, you can create your some networking package or any utility package, like whatever you want, you can create, right? So I think it's very easy, nothing as such complex. Any issues, any concern you can ask for now. So far we just created simple project and simple class we have added, and it is really very simple. Yeah, Pratik. So when I first time created and I have gone through these things, I also feel yeah, it's very easy. We just have because which I feel in personally, whenever we just haven't explored these things, it feels like it may be some complex or maybe some difficult thing. But actually it's pretty easy, right? So yeah. So anyone okay with this? So let me just go to this meeting tab. Yep. All good so far? Yep. You can thumbs up once. Now we'll go to two more things we're going to do. Then we'll wrap up today. One, we need to add external dependency in our SPM package, and we need to add some resources as well, some asset or something, right? Then how you can do that thing? Let's see. So again, I'm keeping this project as it is, and now I'm moving to again my this package project. Okay, this SPM project. So to adding resources, you need to specify resources here, and also to adding resources, you need to create one folder. Here, I think some naming constraint is not there. You can even name anything random, but you need to mention the path basically. From which folder, from which path you need to extract the resources. You need to tell that thing in your package file. Okay, so let me adding now. I'm giving the name as a resources only, but you can name it something else as well. So I'm creating one folder here and I'm naming it as resources. No, not here, I think. Wait. Under this thing. Let me delete. Under this, I will create here one folder. Sources. And I will add one asset file here. So let me add one asset file. Asset catalog I'm adding. Okay. Let it the name is media. Uh I'm having one asset. Let me add it from here. So I have one icon, press button icon here. Let me add it here. Okay, you can see the images there. Let me edit the name. I don't want hyphen. Let me make it camel casing. Fine. So now you can see very simply one image we have added. Now how you can use it in your again package manager and how you can define. So now you can see the everything you want to add any resources, you need to define it here. Either asset file or JSON or any other file you want to add, you can add it here. Okay, as a resources you can add it here. So let's go to the package file and you need to specify the path. Let me just seeing the syntax part. So it is somewhere here we need to define resources in the target only. Yes. So in the target, you have an option to define the resources. Wait, not here. Inside the target here. Sorry, not here. Here. So you will define resources here and you will define the path here basically. So, and like this, actually, we need to add the path. So basically, we are saying our package manager, key resources are here. You need to process it from here basically. So you can define the path here. So it is simply inside our main folder only. So you simply define resources name. You can copy it from here and see. You can give the path as a your folder path basically. So whatever inside the resources, it will process it as a resources, and you can use it inside your bundle basically. Okay, so now this is fine. I think nothing add anything more. Other things are for external dependency. I will come to that, but for resources only this is required. Cool. So let's see how we can use this. So one file we've added press button, and let's go into our custom UI button. So if you see by default system image is nil, I want to give one default image here. So instead of using this nil thing, I want to give as a default image here. So what I can do it here, but it is taking as a string. I don't want. Okay, I can create it as an image as well. Let's define it as an image. Okay. Then this is not required. This whole thing. Fine. This should be optional, or even option not required, then तो फिर I can directly use. Okay. So now now I want to actually use this default image. Okay, so what we can do, we can use it as a bundle. I want to use, see, like this. So what default image, our name is like press button, right? Press button. And in bundle, you need to define it as a module. Okay, now I think it will give you an error. Yeah, to resolve it, there is a workaround here. So what they're saying ki module is a static property and you cannot reference from a default argument value. But I want to use it from here, but they will not allow you. So to resolve that, I can make it an extension of bundle and I can create my own property like no, not static. Let me just check this thing. I can create from here. Just a second. Either here or where I created this. Yep. So public static. Cool. So what I will do, I'm creating one property, my own bundle, something you can name it, and which is basically we can use it like this. Cool. So now if you can see, now we can use this basically. Otherwise it normally not allowed. So my own bundle. I think now this is fine. Cool. So what we are doing here, we added the asset. Okay, then we as a default image, I want to pass this. And again, normally dot module not allowed in a default argument values. So to avoid that or to resolve that, I make one extension. I created my own property, and there actually I'm using it. So cool. Now we can let's build this package and let's see if this is even you getting it like basically reflecting. And also I would resize it. So let me resize it. This thing. I will copy this code and let me add it here. I want to make it resizable. Cool, fine. Now let's move it. Everything is fine, and this is fine. Yeah. So this is build succeeded. Okay. Now let's push this code. I think this is previous error. Let me clean build this once. Clean build it and build this thing. Okay, build succeeded. So let's again push this code. Let's status. Git add these two things. And we are just committing it -m and added image assets, I will say resources. Okay, added image assets resources, git commit, git push. Now as soon as I push it, you can see again in the repo. Let me open this. I think here we have, yeah. So again I will reload it. Right, it is pushed. You can see the resources folder here also. See resources folder added, right? And even you can go inside and you can see the asset is actually there, right? The image is there. Fine. So again, but for using it, we need to again update the latest tag, right? So let's update the tag as well. So I will update the tag to 120 and I will push this tag. Fine. Now you can see one more tag is added here. Just update this thing. Sorry, here. Okay, now see the tag is added here, and the latest tag is 120, and with the latest commit you can see. Okay, so now fine. Now move to again our normal project. Let's move to the normal project. This is our sample project, right? And let's see if this is reflecting or not, and everything is fine. So again I will update this because this is again till 110. So let's update to the latest tag. So we'll see to update to latest package version. So now you can see it's 120 and it's added. Even you can see it here, the resources folder added here, and it's updated everything, right? So now let's see, is it reflecting in our button? So yeah, you can see it even here, right? Fine. You can see in the right, and I can build and also similarly you can see. Now one more last part, we'll add dependency, external dependency in our SPM package, and then we'll wrap up today. So this is fine. Anyone has any doubt? So in this way, you can add resources, you can add your any file, assets, anything you can add, and you can use it like this. Okay. So it's pretty straightforward. Just you need to add the paths. I need to use it through bundle, and that's it here. Okay. Resource path you need to define and the folder, and you can mention it there. So you can see the image icon is now visible. So like that, you can add any resource and you can use it in your SPM package as well, and the you can see in the production reflection also, right? So now the last part, let's move to this. Now suppose again take an example, you're creating one networking library, suppose, and we all know Alamofire we heavily use in the last few years. Now even now the URL session and the Apple core networking things are very having more features and like very stable and these things. So maybe you're not using Alamofire, or you maybe you're using your own wrappers. But the point is key. I'm giving one example. Maybe Alamofire, maybe something. So suppose you're creating your own SPM package and you want to create wrapper around some other package basically. Okay, so your SPM package may be depending on some other library, some other external package, some other framework. So it can be some networking library like Alamofire. It can be some custom UI library which are available right now in the market, and there also on that particular component library you are creating your own, and you are making some modifications on it, and then you want to provide your own package to for your maybe company specific, or maybe again you are publicly publishing that package. Okay, so like that. So let's see how we can add dependency. So again, for adding dependency, everything is managed from here because basically your, let me move to again SPM package file, which is basically your package file here. Okay, there you need to define the dependencies. So you need to define key you're adding some dependency. So I think here only you will add dependency. No, for syntax, let me see. I think we add dependency here or in the above section. Let me just check this thing. Package software. So for dependency, okay, after products we need to add. So after this here you can add basically dependencies. Okay, now you are actually adding some again some external dependency, and how you add this thing, like you need to define that package, and there are so many, you can see the options are available, but we normally use this one for now. We want to extract from URL, right? And again we need to mention some version of it, like specifically. So I will use this extension, this init extension you can say. And if you are thinking which language we are using, so they have created their own specific library they have for defining these packages. That's an Apple thing, package description. This particular scripting we are using it here. So now you can mention any URL here, right? So I've taken one example, which is basically alert toast. Let me open it here. Alert toast. So this is one custom UI package. For example purpose, for demo purpose, I'm taking an example of this particular repo. So you can see they have created one custom repo, which actually provide you custom alerts. So the library name itself is like alert toast, and you have these kind of alerts, like you have loader, you have like toasters, all these things with the animation also, like slide animation, pop, and from upside, bottom, everything like this. So even in normally on our projects, we do like these things, right? Normally, you can see the screenshot, like these kind of thing you will get these things. So let's try to one example of this, and let's add this thing in our own SPM package. So we want to give this functionality to our custom button basically. So that's why I'm adding this library as a dependency in our SPM pocket package. So I simply copy this URL, right? Package URL copy. I will copy this and I will add it here. As soon as you add it, you can see you will extract this package here, and version you can mention the version you can mention it here from. So I will take it from the tag version, and I'm taking this version 1.3.9. So let me define it here like this. Okay. Now you can see again separator I need to add here. So let me build this and see is it working or not. How you can see. So after adding this, you can see your they will actually extract it. It is not extracted yet, but it will extract actually. Oh. One more thing I need to add, which is basically your in the product section. Let me just see. Product dependency added, and one more in the target also you need to define it basically. So I will define after this here you can define it dependencies again, and here you can define it like a product, which I told na can be a one package can have multiple product. So you need to define which product actually you are basically. So again there are like this we'll use, and here this the repo alert tools have only one product. So I simply copy the name from here, and this is the product name, and this is also the package name basically, or both are same. But you have multiple product, then in that context you can define the specific product name, or you can define multiple products here from this repo basically. Let's build this. Build succeeded, and as soon as I build it, you can see the alert toast is finally. Uh, you can see the dependency here, right? It is extracted. You can thumbs up once. Are you able to see alert toast? So as soon as so what we have done, two things you need to do this. One, you need to define your package URL, obviously, which you actually extracting it, and the version thing and all. And one more thing in the target also you need to define specific product detail of that particular package. Okay. So these two things you need to define, and then you can see your package is successfully here added, like right the package we want to as a use as an external dependency, it is successfully added here. Now we can simply use it, right? Let's go to the our this thing and simply import it. Here I will import alert tools, right? So everything is fine because the path is fine, the package is successfully, but still it is giving you an error, no such model. So it also I also find this error. So for this I need to clean it, or maybe clean the derived data. Let me try it again. The error is still there. So compiling for again the same Mac OS error I'm getting. This. Okay, let me do one thing. Mac was 10.13 now, so it has a minimum deployment time. Mac was 11. Let me define this Mac was 11. That will resolve this error. So what I will do it here for our platform specific now, I will add Mac OS as well here. Okay, and I will add version 11. Let's see is this resolve this thing, because it's specific to 10.13 version. So alert tools is defined for 11 version Mac OS. Let's build this project. Now fine. perfectly. So even we upgraded to macOS 11, I mentioned. So I think this also not required now. So I'm removing this thing. Now let's build it. Fine. Even this is not required, but any previously I've done Mac OS thing, but cool, fine. So for now it's fine. I updated to Mac OS 11 version. So now that error gone, and now you can successfully import alertos, and the build is succeeded. Okay. So now we're going to use it. So I want here on the action of tab, basically, uh, you can, so I can add it here, like in the action parameter we need to do. There's no view builder here, basically. Mhm. Okay, let me copy my. I have ready code, so I will better to proceed with this. So we added it here. Let me open. So I have the code ready actually. Let me give you one. So I'm opening one more project which I already have used this alert tools in there itself. So there I can show you simply. Okay, so one more project you can see here. SPN demo I have created previously. So there I can show you. So see, alert tools are importing it here, and simply I'm using it here basically. So they provide you as a toast modifier. Okay, and we created one button again for just show hide and off, like the parameter we have state property, and we have this view modifier. So whichever view you want to apply as a, like, to show the alert after clicking. So if you can see on the action button tab, I'm just toggling it. Sorry. So you can see we just toggle this property, and also you can see this toast is nothing but as a view modifier. I can even go into this. You can see the definition of this, like in the alert toast basically. Right. So they have created an extension, this method basically as a view modifier, and inside that they are using their own modifier and whatever it is. So for our purpose, you can see it's like a normal view modifier. We are using it, and inside that you can define your alert tools. So they have three, four type of varieties like of tools. So for now, I'm using it as a banner slide animation theme. You can have a normal other things also. Okay. So now I can show you in the picture. So I'm using this SPN demo. What I will do, I will add this project as well, package in our or normal sample project. Okay, let's do this. So that will be better also. So let's go into the SPM project, and I will add one more. Oh, wait, this SPM demo. Here it is. So I will copy this URL. I will move to my this sample project. I'm adding one more dependency. Okay, because inside this the already it is added. So I'm quickly taking this one. Okay, SPN demo add package. So you see, it's also fetching alert tools. So whenever you again add any package and you have again more dependency to other packages, it will extract both the package basically. So it fetched right now both the things. SPN demo also you can see now. SPN demo you're able to see, and alert tools also. So you see right now three packages are there. One is previously custom UI component, and one is your alert tools, which is there. You can see their code and all everything, right? And also your SPM demo, which I recently added here also. This is again our demo package. So now I will do what I will do. I will use this import SPM demo, and instead of custom UI button, I will use custom button. So custom button actually is my SPM demo class basically. Okay, here it will ask you button configuration. So let's add button configuration here. So you can define your title and whatever other things also you can define. So I will saying it as a custom button, and in action I'm simply saying that button. Hello, something I'm saying. Okay, let's see. So I will. run this project. So cool. Now you can see some you can say animation part. Let's see. Fine. So this animation is coming. This is coming from Alert Toast. So they have created this functionality, right? We haven't created. We haven't coded this. We just configured it, extract it, and use it. So this is also one of the SPM package, right? The Alert Tools. We simply using it in our own SPM. How it is working? If you see in the code, again, let me move to the code. So this is my this is our own SPM package. Here actually how I'm importing this alert tools and I'm using it as a view modifier. You can see it here, and from there it is coming the basically this feature, right? This functionality. Cool. So I hope everyone is getting this thing. So for adding dependency, we need to do these two things basically. In the package file, you need to define your dependency like this, your package URL, whatever, and from which version specifically you want to add. And also in the target for specific, you need to add the product name, because can be like one package can have multiple products, but in this context only one product is there. So the product name and package name is same, but it can be different, right? You getting this point? It can be like a, a generic title like alert toast components, and it inside that there are multiple products, and then we need to mention the specific product name. It can be the like that scenario, right? So I hope you're getting this thing. So in that way, you can add custom UI components. You can add other dependencies also. You can add assets as well, right? In that context, you can add anything like in your SPM packages, and you can simply publish it. Right. I hope this makes sense, and now you are a bit comfortable with SPM packages. Anyone has any concern question, you can ask, and then we can wrap up today. And I will encourage you guys ki you create your own packages and push on your Git and flags these things basically. Or not flag, but for your learning purpose. So you can simply create your own UI component kits, your own Sophia core components, or even you can create your networking layer, networking architecture manager, something, right? Anything or any utility package or something, right? So it depends on your right now which kind of projects you're working in your company or any person project if you're working on. You can create and you can just hands on and practice on it and have some confidence on SPM thing, right? And you can then add in on your resume as well. I worked on SPM, you created your own SPM packages, and few of the audience are using it in maybe in your company or maybe a public can using it and you're publicly hosting one SPM package, right? Something like that. So I hope this is useful. You can thumbs up once, and we'll soon planning other sessions, which I mentioned. We are planning on SSL stuff and iOS app security thing. Also, we are planning one basic session on WatchOS. So if you haven't explored it, you can join those sessions as well. And also, over the meantime, parallelly we are going doing DSA stuff. So if you're really interested to learn DSA in Swift, you can add that. You can join that group and you can follow the resources in session we are going through. So far, we have only done one session for that, and we are providing one GitHub repo we have. I will share you the link with you. I think already people are in the group. But you can find Swift DSA playbook on repos there, which we are where we are adding these resources. So cool, fine. I hope and thank you guys for everyone who joined. Thanks everyone. So yeah, see you in the next session and stay curious, stay learning. Yeah, all the best. Thank you. Take care. Yeah, bye bye.